Holmes' first start, we obviously talked about how he kind of went back a little bit to his comfort zone with the stuff that he used, the repertoire that he used. He threw a wider array of pitches the second time, but how do you think he's progressing with knowing how to throw the right pitch in the right spot in that role, in the right count and whatnot?
I think he's doing a nice job, and I think he continues to get better, having the understanding in how different teams are deploying lineups. The first outing against Houston with a lot of righties, and he went back to his sinker slider. And then we go to Miami, and he faced the team that he's about to face again, and they load up the lefties. As we see it today again when they're putting three lefties in a row at the top of the lineup with a switch hitter. So this is another game where he's going to have to use all of his pitches, whether it's the sinker, the slider, and the changeup. He's going to have to be in play, the cutter, the four seam. But again, having the awareness and understanding the situation, and it comes down to attacking and using all of his pitches in the strike zone.
Peter?
Hi, Carlos. I know Jeff McNeil just hit on the field. Just what's the latest with him, and how is that going?
Yeah, so he's going to travel to Florida today, get some live at-bats tomorrow, and hopefully the goal for him is to start a rehab assignment this weekend in Port St. Lucie.
Dan?
Carlos, just about Alvarez, too. Is he heading to Florida as well?
Yes, and he's going to start his rehab assignment tomorrow with PSL. So McNeil will be more like an extended, getting live at-bats. Aldi's going straight to games now that he's ready to go.
Does that give you a timeline as to when he might be back?
Yeah, we'll see. I think he's going to come down to him catching back-to-back, hopefully, 9 innings, getting 4 or 5 at-bats. But the progression starts with probably 5, kind of like spring training, 5 innings, off day, and then, we'll go from there. But the fact that he's going to start playing games and real competition, that's a good sign.
Peter?
Just ask you as well about McNeil's timeline. Is he still targeting late April? Or what
Yeah, again, with these obliques, they're tricky, So we'll continue to watch him, continue to monitor him, and see how he responds once he start playing games and he start facing arms where he's not only the fastball but the breaking balls when he has to pull the trigger or make some swing decisions there. We'll see where we at.
Tony?
Just with those two guys, those were obviously two guys you were planning on being a regular part of your lineup heading into spring training. When they come back, what sort of boost will that be for you?
Yeah, I mean, look, they are part of their everyday lineup. And they went down spring training, and guys are getting opportunities and doing a really good job of it. But it's just going to continue to make our lineup a lot deeper. When you're talking about a right-handed hitter with power on Alvi and a left-handed hitter on Jeff, bat-to-ball skills, batting average type guy that can also drive the ball, it makes us deeper and adds balance to our lineup because of the righty-lefty too. So,
Manny?
Has Manaea started throwing since the PRP injection?
No, he's I think next week we have to re-image again and see where we at.
And
it was 2 weeks shut down.
And just when he does start throwing again, is it a complete overhaul? Like, is it another 6 weeks, like spring training?
Yeah, I wouldn't say, yeah, but he's going to start from zero. That ramp up now, since he's been down, not throwing for I don't know how long, he's gonna start from the ground.
Daniel?
Carlos, miramos ahora mismo lo de Francisco Lindor bateando constantemente para el lado opuesto, poniendo la bola en juego. ¿Ese fue el plan con Hitting Coach ustedes para buscar la manera que se envase así Juan Soto y Pío Alonso, que son los de poder traerlo en anotar carrera?
Yo no diría el plan como tal, yo digo que es cuando Lindor está en sus mejores momentos, pues él está usando el terreno completo. No es solamente está puliendo la bola, sino pues donde le pichan a él se va con el picheo. Y lo hemos visto en estos últimos días, donde los lanzamientos han sido del medio hacia afuera y él está usando el terreno completo. Cuando él hace eso, quiere decir que está en un buen momento ofensivo, y es lo que hemos visto aquí. Y sabemos que es un pelotero élite, y cuando él está haciendo eso, pues y se está envasando con el line-up que nosotros tenemos, vamos a anotar bastante carrera.
Mike?
Carlos, the bullpen is off to such an outstanding start, and you've got some guys in the rotation who, Senga didn't throw that much last year. Holmes is converting to a starter here. How do you balance, the innings that you need to get out of your bullpen here early in the year? Guys are pitching in tough conditions with not overworking them early in the season so they continue to be as effective as they've been.
Yeah, we will continue to monitor those guys, and health is the number one here. Is our priority. I think having guys that can go multiple innings is being the key here to kind of cover some of those middle innings that we're not getting from our starters because of the pitch count limitations in this early on. They've been huge, not only giving up multiples innings, but coming in and shutting it down and executing and keeping games there and giving us a chance to win baseball games. So I think that's how you balance, between you turn the ball to the high leverage guys, the more the 1 inning guy, whether it's Stanek, Diaz, Minter, having the other guys to go multiple and giving some extra days to some of the other guys has been the key here. And we'll continue to need those off days early. They help, but after this homestand here, playing today, tomorrow, we're going to get on a stretch where we're playing a lot of games in a row, and it could get tricky there.
Jorge.
Carlos, just the dynamic Soto, Alonso, Alonso protecting Soto, Soto in a way protecting Alonso. How have you seen that sort of play out so far?
Yeah, I think we've seen some results right away. I would say more with Pete. Soto gets some base. Feels like teams are trying to not get beat from Soto, and then before you know it, they're making mistakes with Pete, and he's been ready to go and making them pay. But I think just creating traffic, whether it's Lindor for Soto, Soto just pretty much protecting all of those guys there, whether they're hitting in front of them or behind them, because I feel like they're worried about him, and then other guys are doing their part.
Very good. Thank you, Carlos. We're on the 40th anniversary of the greatest sports prank in all of sports. We're thrilled to have the real Sid Finch, Joe Burton, with us to celebrate today. So come on up, Joe. I'm sure we have some questions for you.
Well, you've got a fake ball player in front of you following a real press conference. So nice being with you. I'm Joe Burton from Oak Park, and it was 40 years ago that Jay, George Plimpton, Lane Stewart, and others put together what's been labeled the greatest April Fool's joke, certainly in MLB. And this itself is kind of unreal doing this.